All right, guys. Welcome. Let me present. Let me start here. How is everybody doing? Welcome to one more Tim and Karen, English with Tim and Karen from our conversation club. All right. Let me find here. Let's see. All right. Hello, Tim. Hello, Sulfredo. Hello, Alex. Lou. Hello. Welcome. So this is part 3 for our best regional slangs. Okay, let me connect here with Instagram as well. And let's not let people on Instagram be by themselves. All right, although people on Instagram won't have access to the presentation, unfortunately. Hello guys. Karen here on Instagram as well. So today we're going to do part 3 for the 13 best regional slangs, words in America. So you're better off going to YouTube. We have the link in our bio, because here you're not going to be able to see the presentation, so I have the presentation on YouTube. So if you want to watch the presentation, you better go to YouTube. But if you want to stick around, that's all right. So let's get started. Let's start with a review of all the 8 slangs we've talked about so far. Okay, it looks like my connection is a little bit slow right now, but let's get going. Let's keep going. All right, hello Magnu, welcome. So as we all know, here in Brazil we do have regional slangs, regional words that we talk differently, whether we're in the south or in the north, or we're in the northeast. We use different words for the same things. The same thing in the United States, that we'll have different words for the same things, or just particular words that only this particular region uses. All right, so for us to review, the first one we talked about 2 weeks ago was...
Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. How's your mom and them? It's going to be a good day today. Today we're going to feed some cows. What else are we going to do, Heath?
We're going to ride some broncs.
We're going to ride some broncs. Now, I don't know if my back can take that anymore, but we're going to give it a damn try, ain't we?
Oh, we are.
That's right. Have a good day.
So, how's mom and them? So, how's mom and them? It means how's your family, for example. Mom and them means family. All right. Kelly, I'm on YouTube as well. The link for the YouTube is on our bio. So I do have a presentation that makes it easier for you guys to listen to. So mom and them is the first word, the first slang, and that's usually said in New Orleans in the state of Louisiana. The second one is
yins. Yins is a slang form of the second person plural you, like yiz and yous. Yins was brought to America by Scotch-Irish immigrants. As a matter of fact, it's very popular in the Pittsburgh area, where locals are known as yinsers. Are yins coming over or not?
So yins, are yins coming over or not? Right? Number 3.
You guys are hella stupid. I knew you would fall for that. Oh no, dude, you tricked us, Cartman. That's right, I did. You guys are hella stupid. You guys are hella lame. You guys are hella dumb. Hella. Damn it.
So hella in the Bay Area, in the San Francisco area, people usually say hella. You're hella stupid, like Cartman says here in the South Park. You're hella stupid. I'm sorry, you're not stupid. Which it just emphasizes whatever adjective you're using. Okay? Now, the next one is the whoopin' soccer. I couldn't find any video of someone saying this slang right here, but it's very well used in Wisconsin, which is a superlative just to say that's a whooping sucker of a tower, a whooping sucker of a car. It's just like something that's really, really big. I just added the picture of some famous people that are from Wisconsin, like William Dafoe and Oprah Winfrey. They're from Wisconsin. All right. Now, the number 5, we have Burke in Georgia. As you can see, Mr. Bean over there, who's, is to throw up. Okay, Burke is the same thing as to vomit, to throw up, to, we're good, no?
Gabagool.
Tony Gabagool, Grandma. Something with fat and nitrates.
Hey, Gabriela says me down here for the gabagool. The gabagool. Let's say gabagool.
The gabagool.
We had sandwiches brought in the other night. 4 with ham, salami, gabagool.
Taking the gabagool and shit out of the fridge.
Gabagool. Over here.
All this from a slice of gabagool.
Let's get back to that gabagool.
So, what does it mean? What does gabagool means? It is just a type of salami, like a type of cured pork meat, like salami, sausages, and things like that. And that's usually said in New Jersey. All right. The next one from last week is the devil's strip, which is usually said in Akron, Ohio. The devil's strip is this patch of grass between the street and the walkway. So that's the walkway, I mean the sidewalk. That's the devil's strip. So that's usually said in Akron, Ohio. And the last one from last week is Dorinkas in Kansas, which is basically another word for a thingy. What is a thingy? This is a thingy, you know, it's a device. This can be a Dodinkas, you know, anything could be a Dodinkas. Anything, an equipment, a gadget, a device, something that you cannot think of the name at the time. Um coiso, for example. Okay, that's a Dodinkas. And that's usually said in the state of Kansas. All right. Now, for the first word we have this week, we have cattywampus. I am sorry I didn't bring you guys any pictures or anything visual about what a cattywampus is, but it's usually said in the South. What do I mean by the South? It means that it takes over all the southern states in the United States, like Louisiana, Georgia, Texas over there, Arkansas, Kansas. So cattywampus in the South. This is a southern word meaning askew. This is not a word that means etymological sense, but somehow upon hearing it, you immediately know what it means. It's a cattywampus. It's like, it makes no sense. This is crazy. It's a jumbo-wumbo, crazy rack of thing. It doesn't make any sense. It's a cattywampus. All right? So, a cattywampus. It just didn't work. It was a cattywampus of a play. That was a terrible play. Okay? Pardon me, I still have a bit of a cough from my cold that it's been going on for a couple weeks now, but I'm better. Now, for the 10th, hello, Ana. Oi, Ana Maria. Gente, só para responder a Ana Maria aqui, que colocou uma perguntinha. Então, Ana, eu e o Tim, nós desenvolvemos um clube de conversação, tá certo? Então, o que seria esse clube de conversação? É algo para quem já tem um nível, digamos assim, intermediário, avançado de inglês, quer praticar, não tem com quem praticar, não tem como praticar, para vir para conversar aqui, é um clube de conversação, tá? Então, sempre as nossas lives a gente vai trazer conteúdo para quê? Para desenvolver o vocabulário, desenvolver o inglês, para avançar o inglês de vocês, tá? Então, eu tô falando aqui com a Ana Maria aqui no YouTube e Laiane aqui no Instagram. Vai pro YouTube que lá tá melhor, tá certo? Tem o link aqui na bio, é só clicar no link da bio, onde eu tenho a apresentação bonitinho apresentando para vocês lá no YouTube. A apresentação tá melhor, tá certo? Alright, continuing here. So, cattywampus is something that it didn't go well. It's a skew. It didn't work. Okay? Laura, o som no YouTube ou no Instagram? Há um ruído. Vamos lá. Let me see one thing here. All right, guys. Now, let's continue here. I hope this makes it better. All right. So, let's continue here. The next one is John in Philadelphia. So, people in Philadelphia has invented an all-purpose word that can apply to literally anything there. And it's probably no other word in the English language, let alone in this list, that's all inclusive as John. All right. So originally came from New York in the 80s. John has become more flexible than joint. So John, it's spelled J-A-W-N, and it comes from joint, okay, which was a slang very much used in New York in the 80s. And it's become more flexible than ever because it can substitute literally any noun, as in, that's my John, put some John on that. Oh yeah, there goes my side John. So basically, when you don't have a word for something, you add John to it. Hey Brenda, hey Alex, thank you Alex. Alexandre, sorry, thank you Alexandre. So that's my John. It can be a substitute for any noun. What is a noun? A noun is a thing. It's a word for a thing. So, for example, a hairbrush is a thing. So, hairbrush is a noun. So, you can substitute basically any noun for this word, John, in Philadelphia. Okay, so if you ever go to Philadelphia, you can just throw that slang, that word out there, and people will know what you're talking about. Okay? So that's our word number 10. And for number 11, we have a few variations, okay? So we have dust bunnies, dust kitties, house moths, and woolies. All of these words mean the same thing, and they refer to collections of dust and lint that build up in places you rarely sweep or vacuum. But for some reason, we call them different things all over the states. And for some reason, every iteration is absolutely delightful. Dust bunnies is the Midwestern term. Dust kitties is the northern term. And house moths is the southern term. And woolies in Pennsylvania is specific. So when I lived in California, I lived in San Diego in California, and we used dust bunnies for this. That's why I chose this picture in itself. So we can usually find dust bunnies underneath the bed because it's a really hard place to sweep when you're cleaning the house. And it's a place that if you're just quickly sweeping, not thinking about actually cleaning and doing all that cleanup stuff, you'll find dust bunnies underneath the couch, underneath the bed, underneath a cupboard, for example. So usually places where it's really hard for you to clean, to sweep, you will find this collection of dust and lint. What is lint? They're just little bits and pieces of fur and dust that bundles up together and becomes this tiny little ball that we call dust bunny. All right. Now continuing here, for number 12, we have the blue norther. What is a blue norther? So this is a word we usually use in Texas. As you all well know, this time of the year is a very critical season of the year in the United States because they have a lot of storms, right? We usually hear about tornadoes and hurricanes in the area, especially in the Gulf of Mexico, where you have Texas, Louisiana, you have Florida, right? So on the East Coast, we're used to a monsoon-like storm called a nor'easter. So what is a monsoon? Monsoon is a very heavy storm. It rains a lot, lots of wind, so it's almost like a tropical storm, okay? Here in Brazil, we call it a cyclone. In the United States, a tornado or a hurricane, depending on the region you are. So, which, while quaint in a nautical sort of way, quaint means comfortable and acknowledgeable, is not the best regional storm name in the country. Okay, that honor goes to the blue northern, a winter storm that swoops down onto Texas from the north, marked by dramatic temperature decreases and high winds. But you're not imagining temperature drops when someone warns you of an oncoming blue northern. You're imagining an army of White Walkers pouring over the wall. So they're exaggerating here. So basically, this is a storm during winter time. So when they say winter's coming, it's basically a really heavy, strong storm that drops down the temperature as if the White Walkers are coming over the wall to attack. What was it called? Can anybody help me remember what was it called? In Game of Thrones. Castle Black. There was Castle Black, the Night Watchers, right? It was like the Night Walkers were going over the wall to attack the Night Watchers. There we go. So finally, guys, so these are regional slangs. So Blue Norther, this is something that only happens in Texas. So you only hear people, only Texan people saying these. Oh, there's a Blue Norther coming down this week, or this weekend there's a Blue Norther. You better stay in. You better put on your sweater and something kind of like that, and people will know what you're talking about. They know that there's a big storm and very decreased low temperatures coming in. All right. Now, the next one, we have the last one, but not the least, is a jumble sale. And by the picture, I'm sure you guys can guess what a jumble sale is, right? So, in the rest of the English-speaking world, a garage sale or a garage sale, both pronunciations are correct, or a rummage sale is called a jumble sale, which is obviously the superior term. The only U.S. state where jumble sale is still used is in Washington. Okay, so everywhere else, I'm sure you all seen in movies or TV series that they've commented garage sale. Hey, we're having a garage sale. Come over and check it out. So in the Washington state, they call it a jumble sale, which can be considered a bazaar. Okay. Now they were going into Festa Junina season here in Brazil. Most places, most Festa Juninas will have a bazaar where they will sell used and old stuff for very, very cheap. And basically that's it. They're selling their old stuff, cracked stuff, things they don't wear anymore, things that they're just there collecting dust bunnies and they just want to get rid of it. You know, old records, old books, old clothes, old kitchen utensils and kitchenware you can find at jumble sale. And it's funny, I do like watching History Channel a lot, even though I don't have cable TV anymore. I don't do TV anymore. But I used to watch a lot of History Channel, and they have a TV show called Pawn Star. And to pawn, P-A-W-N, it means that you go to a store where you take in something that it's valuable in exchange for money. All right. So it's not necessarily a sale. So it's like, okay, I need this much money. In exchange for this much money, you can have this thing right here. And if I don't pay you back until a certain date, this thing is yours. Okay, so basically this is what a pawn shop is. Okay, to be clearer, it's a pawn shop é uma casa de penhor. So they have this show called Pawn Stars, and they are based in Las Vegas. So they became famous because of that. And Rick, the owner of the shop, this guy is like history on the go. He knows everything about everything. Now, every item people bring in, he knows a story about it. Especially if it's from World War II or if it's from the Confederate war, things like that, lots of guns. He will know something about it. He loves history and he knows everything's history. So people sometimes would buy things out of these jumbo sale and just have it at home for a little while, and then like, hey, I need some money, let's take that in. And it turned out that it would be something original. So there's been people coming in to his pawn store, his pawn shop, that bought like an original Jane Austen book, like a first edition Jane Austen book, for example, for like $3, and then they ended up selling it for like thousands and thousands of dollars because they were original books. So it's a really fun show to watch and learn some history as well. So this is what a jumbo sale looks like. So these are some of the most interesting regional slangs we have in America. They're very particular to these regions because you will not hear these slangs anywhere else but in these places. It's just the same way you're not gonna hear anybody saying, hey, eu quero 10 cacetinho in a bakery shop unless you're in Porto Alegre, right? Or like when you're in São Paulo, you're gonna hear pão francês, or if you're here where I'm at in Brasília, you're gonna hear pão de sal. So these are very specific regional slangs. So guys, this is the last and third part of this series of lives on the 13 best regional slangs in America. I'll see you guys next Thursday at 8 p.m. with something new. Hope you guys enjoyed and learned some new vocabulary. You can practice, you can write down new sentences with these words. I will make the presentation available for you guys with a link at the description in our YouTube channel, so you guys can access the material and copy the words and practice on your own. All right? And don't hesitate to ask us any questions through our chat or anything. E Ana Maria, thank you so much for being here. Quando tiver outras opções de cursos, nós vamos informar sim, e fique atento que agora em mês de junho nós temos coisas. We have new things coming up for you guys. So keep an eye out. Então, se você não teve a oportunidade de se juntar ao nosso Tim and Karen Conversation Club, agora em junho nós temos uma novidade coming up for you guys. Okay? So I'll see you soon. Thank you so much for being here with me. Bye bye.